All right. Khan, Shalom, Shalom, Israel, Shalom to the Torah, TAZAIYAR, Allah giving the course, all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashema Mashak Yahweh. That's all praises, honor, glorification unto the Most High God Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Bahashiach, Wamalak Yahweh Shah, the righteous. All right. It's your brother Yasha Allah.
Brother AHBAYAH.
Khan, coming back to y'all with yet another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashema Mashak Yahweh. All right. So, of course, the brother to the right of me is brother AHBAYAH, Watchman of Israel, WFI Atlanta. He has an Instagram as well as a YouTube. You can check that out for some edification through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashema Mashak Yahweh and get built up. All right. He's titled AHBAYAH. All right. And, Salaki, you're going to have to, there's a lag, Satan's trying to hinder the word. All right, but guess what? The word still must go out. Nevertheless, all right, we're still going to continue to do the work of the Lord, right? If the Lord will. Okay, so this is Second Esdras chapter 5, right? Second Esdras chapter 5. Okay, and we're going to go through the chapter, not the whole chapter, but we're going to touch on the prophecies that's within Second Esdras chapter 5, right? Because there's a lot of prophecies within Second Esdras. Right? Brothers have to be occupied in prophecy. Right? Let's get that precept, man. Right? Let's go to Sirach 39 and 1. Right? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High. So we have to give our mind to the law of the Most High. How you going to sit up here and say that the law is done away with when the Most High literally said that we have to give our mind to the law of the Most High, right? It says, and is occupied in a meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient. So the wise man, he's going to seek out the wisdom of all the ancient. What's that talking about? The Psalms, the Sirach, wisdom of Solomon, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. That's the wisdom of all the ancient, right? And ultimately the scriptures. And be occupied in prophecy. So we got to be occupied in prophecy, especially in these last days, man. Going into Ezekiel, going into Jeremiah, going into Second Esdras, going into Revelation. These are the books of prophecy. The scriptures not only going into praise the Lord, right? All ye his angels, which excel in strength, that do his commandments. Praise ye the Lord forever. That's not the whole Bible. That's not the whole Bible. That's not just, what the whole Bible is talking about, man. The Bible is filled with prophecy as well. Even in Genesis is filled with prophecy, man. Right? You can find prophecies in Genesis, in Deuteronomy, right in the law, in Psalms. You can find prophecies everywhere. But Khan, you got it, King. Yeah, lag. Damn. So the brother kind of, disconnected, right? But anyways, let me get another precept on that, right? Let's go to the book of Isaiah, right? Khan, you got it, King.
I'm going to get Daniel chapter 9 and verse 2 again. In the first year of his reign, I, Daniel, understood by books the number of the years whereof the word of Yahweh came to Jeremiah, the prophet, that he will accomplish 70 years in the desolations of Jerusalem. So Daniel said he understood by books that he will accomplish 70 years in the desolations of Jerusalem. So Daniel was in the prophecies. Jeremiah is a prophetic book. Isaiah is prophetic. All the prophets prophetic. Even 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, the brother was saying the law, the New Testament, to and throughout the Bible, everything is prophecy. Right? So if you're reading, you're being occupied thereof and stuff like that, you're going to be occupied in prophecy, Lord willing, and that's going to increase your faith in these last days, increase your zeal, and you won't be, you won't be an idiot, you won't be stupid. I would say ignorant, but if you reading and stuff like that, and you just go over the prophecy, it's not, is it delayed still?
Khan, yeah, it is. Calm. But yeah, all right, so lucky. But Khan, yeah, right. So the brothers, bringing out the good precepts. All right. So we can get started in this, right? Let's go to Second Ezra chapter 5. Right. Let's go to Second Ezra chapter 5. All right. Khan. Right. Second Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1. Right. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. Right. So it says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens. And first and foremost, right, a disclaimer. A disclaimer, because we're going into Second Ezra, right? Now, Second Ezra, you're not going to find it in your regular KJV, okay? In your regular KJV, you're not going to find it in, just your regular Bible, your ESV and NLT and NIV, right? You're not going to find Second Ezra in here, right? You're going to go to the table of contents, and you're going to be like, okay, what book is Second Ezra? I never heard that before, right? If you go to the table of contents, it's not going to be in there, bro. All right? It's not going to be, you're not going to find Second Ezra. You can find Second Chronicles, Second Corinthians. You can find, Second Kings, but you're not going to find Second Ezra. Why? Because Second Ezra is not in the original, or it's in the original, but it's not in your modern Bible. It's in the Apocrypha. All right? This little red book that the Hebrew Israelites walk around with, right? It's in here. And this is part of the Bible. If you don't have an Apocrypha, go get you one, right? Like how the Lord said, he that doesn't have a sword, go let him get it. You know what I'm saying? Let him buy a sword, man. Right? So you got to get you one of these, right? Not today because this is Sabbath. When the Sabbath is over, right, go ahead and get you Apocrypha if you don't have it, man. Brothers got to be strapped, man. Sisters got to be strapped, right? Or you can just get your essential 1611. You got the Apocrypha in here, right? So you don't have to worry about getting two books, right? But nevertheless, when you go to the Apocrypha, Second Ezra is going to be in here, right? So that's when you see Second Ezra, you have to get the Apocrypha. It's in the Apocrypha, right? You can read it online too, but if you want the actual book, you got to go get it, all right? That's a short disclaimer. So let's go into Second Ezra chapter 5, right? Shalom, sincere white, right? Shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High God, man. Right? Come on. This is damn, we can't even hear you, Abaya.
You want me to read it, or
Oh,
you need me to read it?
yeah, Con, yeah, you can.
This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and in the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
Right. So it says that I want to touch on the tokens real quick, right? Because it says concerning the tokens, you might be like, what the hell is a token? Right? Tokens. Yeah, right. All right, you can try to move into it. Okay, brother kind of fell off again, right? It says, I want to touch on the tokens, right? You see this word tokens in Second Ezra chapter 5, right? And you may or not know what that means, right? Let's go to it. It says tokens, right? Behold the tokens. Now let's look up what the definition of tokens is, right? A token. Now I want to get the definition though. So it says a thing serving as a visible or tangible representation of a fact, quality, feeling, etc. So let's look at the synonyms: a symbol, a sign, emblem, badge, representation, an indication, a mark. So that's what a token is. It's essentially a sign, right? Let's go to Second Ezra chapter 9. Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. right? He measured he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So we have to be measuring the time, man. That's part of being a watchman, right? A watchman is going to measure the times, man, right? And when thou seest part of the signs pass, the signs which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So a token is a sign. All right, that's essentially what it's going into. So the Lord is saying, as concerning the signs of the end times, right? Our forefathers always were interested in knowing the signs of the times, so that they may, understand what time they're living in. Uproars of the people, right? This damn the thing and the thing that they want to put in our arm, man. That's a sign of the times, you know. Wars, rumors of wars. Read Matthew chapter 24. These are signs of the times, right? Let's go to the book of, right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 24, right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. All these are signs of the times. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, right? Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3, right? It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? You see that? And the disciples, that's what kind of questions they were asking, man. They weren't asking what kind of clothes did David wear? You know what I'm saying? They weren't asking about like all these vain questions, right? Things about vanity and folly. They're saying, hey, what's the sign of thy coming? When you coming back, Yahushua, what are the signs of the end times? What are the signs of the kingdom of heaven coming into fruition? That's what they were asking, man. So that's literally what the signs are, or the tokens. When you read 2nd Esdras chapter 5, verse 1, it says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, remember, a token is a sign, right? Behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth. We all dwell upon earth. You watching this live stream, you're dwelling upon earth. I dwell upon earth. Everybody dwells upon earth, right? They which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. What does that mean? They're going to be taken in a great number. Doesn't mean that they're going to be taken out to get a bite to eat. Doesn't mean that they're going to be taken out to a date, right? Or a play date. It means that they're going to be taken out of the land of the living, cut out, right? Like it says in the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, man. Right? Cut down. A lot of people are going to be cut down in the end times, whether that's by famine, sword, pestilence, right? Whether that's by the thing, you know what I'm saying? The poison, right? A lot of people, they're going to go down, man, right? And we pray that we're not part of that number, But it says what? Shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden. The way of truth is going to be hidden. What does that mean? That means, and what is the way of truth? The truth is going into, right, the beast, right, like how the brother said, the beast thing, man, right? If you can get, if you got ears to hear, right, the beast thing, that's cutting down people, bro. A lot of people are actually getting adverse reactions and are dying from that, man. And you still want to be like, well, I don't think it's that bad. People are literally dropping dead, right? A man said that his sister's neighbor, who had taken the beast thing, like the brother said, right, had taken the beast thing, died three hours later after taking it. And y'all still want to sit up here and say, let's go back to normalcy, right? Let's take it. You know what I'm saying? It's totally safe. It's not totally safe, man. That's a conspiracy right there, man. All right, let's get that preset real quick. Let's go to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms, man. Right? This is the book, right, of Psalms chapter 64 and verse 1. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So David said, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, right? because that's what's controlling the earth right now. The secret counsel of the wicked. You can't see the 1%ers. You can't see the people that's actually controlling this world. They don't show their faces, man. Right? All you see is Biden. You see Kamala Harris. You see Trump. You see Nancy Pelosi. That's what you see. But they're really not calling the shots, man. You see Fauci. He's not really calling the shots. He contradicts himself every time he talks on the damn TV, man. Right? At first he said there's no evidence that masks work. Right? And then he said, well, now you gotta wear your mask. Right? So they're really not controlling things, man. You got a secret counsel of the wicked that's actually controlling this earth. The Lord said that in the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24, that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? Let's go back to the second Ezra, chapter 5. Right? In verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, from those are signs, behold, they which dwell, the days come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. They're going to be killed, destroyed. Right? And the way of truth shall be hidden. So the way of truth, that's going into the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, the commandments, right? The understanding of the commandments, the understanding of the laws, the understanding of this Bible, all that's going to be hidden. Because when all hell breaks loose, the power goes out, electricity, guess what also goes out? Damn, Google's out. Yelp, Bing, YouTube, all that's going to be shut down, man. You think you really going to be on a laptop, right? Searching up, typing up YouTube, typing up damn Watchmen for Israel when all hell breaks loose, man. That's gonna be turned off. You're not gonna be able to charge your phone, right, at your local damn mall. That's all that's gonna be done away with. So the way of truth is gonna be hidden, right? It says, "And the land shall be barren of faith," and the land's already been barren of faith, man. When's the last time you saw brothers with fringes on, man? Right? Keeping the commandments at your job. Right? When's the last time we saw heathen actually acknowledging that we're the righteous and that we are the children of the Most High God, the Israelites? That has never happened. Right? So the land is going to be barren of faith. Let's get that in the book of Luke, chapter 18. Right? It's the book of Luke, chapter 18 and verse 7. It says, "And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with them?" Who is the Most High's elect? The Most High's elect is talking about the nation of Israel. That's Isaiah 45:4. Verse 8, "I tell you that he will avenge them speedily." So the Most High, he's sending down his son, Yahawashi, to come speedily, man. He's going to avenge his people speedily, right? And that vengeance, you don't want to be a part of that, man. Right? You don't want to see the Most High's vengeance, right? "I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?" Is Yahawashi going to find faith on the earth? Right? And that's the question that Yahawashi is asking each and every one of us, man. When he comes, is he going to find believers? Is he going to find people with trying to keep the commandments? Is he going to find actual Israelites that believe in him? Shall there be found? Is there going to be faith on the earth, man, when he comes back? Right? So it says, "And the land shall be barren of faith." Right? And that goes into a lot of stuff too, man. Right? But let's keep going. I want to get precept actually. Let's go to the book of First Samuel chapter 3. 1 Samuel chapter 3 and verse number 1. It says, "And the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord before Eli. And the word of the Lord was precious in those days. There was no open vision." You see that? So the word of the Lord was precious in those days. There was no open vision. The Most High wasn't talking, right? Everybody was trying to figure out, because back then they used to go to the prophets. Let's get that in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9, right? Literally, you have prophets that will live amongst each other, or they will live in a secluded place. Why? Well, because on a spiritual level, the prophets, they have been set apart from old, from ancient times, right? Before the foundation of the world, the Most High set apart certain spirits that's going to be prophets, right? So they're literally separated from the rest of Israel. Why? Because they're on a holy level. They're on a different level, right? They're consecrated. They're holy to the Most High God. So they're separate, right? You didn't really have prophets just living amongst the people, back in the ancient world, right? Although maybe you had a few exceptions, but mainly they'll be by themselves, right? But let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9. Like, for example, when you read 1 Samuel chapter 10, right? Verses 5 on down, it talks about a company of prophets, so they stuck to each other, right? Let's go to 1 Samuel 9 and 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer, for he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer. So a seer and a prophet is the same thing, right? And so they would say, people before time in Israel, people will say, if they wanted to figure out what the Most High wanted them to do, or to figure out, basically to talk to the Most High God, right? They would go to who? The prophets, because the mouth of the Most High God is upon earth. The mouth of the Most High God is upon earth. Why or how? Through the prophets. All right, through the prophets. Shalom, brother YISHMAYAH, man.
Shalom, Mike. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good, man. What about you?
Likewise, King. Likewise.
All praises, man. Shabbat shalom.
Khan, Shabbat shalom.
So, right. So as I was saying, right, people will go to the men of God, right? People will go to the prophets in order to speak to the Most High God, right? So in the times of, when you go back to 1 Samuel 3 and 1, it says, and the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord before Eli, and the word of the Lord was precious in those days. There was no open vision. See that? So the Most High God, he wasn't speaking, and it's going to be like that, right? Even more so in the days of all hell breaking loose, in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the time of World War III. Faith is going to be lacking upon the earth, and the Most High, he's not going to be talking, man, right? Because the prophets, we're not going to be out there, right? We're not going to be out there anymore. Right now, you could literally look up the Israelites on YouTube right now. You can literally look up YISHMAYAH on Instagram and watch all his videos, man, right? And hit him up. You can literally do that right now. But in the time of all hell breaking loose, you can't do that, right? But Khan, you got it, brother.
Khan, beautiful point, King. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So the Lord, even our Lord and Savior, Hamashiach Yahushua, he told you plain upon tables that this gospel is going to be preached throughout the four corners of the earth, right? For a witness, right? So, that little boy in South Africa, right? He couldn't say that he didn't get the truth, right? That little girl in damn Sudan, right? Japan, Australia, right? Wherever you may be, the Lord said that this word is going to be preached forth. And guess what? Right? It's going to be held as a witness against you, right? Even you brothers that got fringes on, huh? The Lord said that it's all going to be preached unto you as a witness. So in that day, you couldn't say, well, Lord, I didn't know. Lord, I didn't hear the prophets. Lord, I didn't, hearken unto the servants. I never saw the servants ever, right? Hey, you got brothers, man, that go to school, man, they get crucified by their friends. Friends crucify them on a daily basis, man, because of the truth, right? And all you trying to do is do your part, put them on game, right? Bring them into the knowledge, but they're not going for it. The Lord said that this gospel is going to be preached as a witness against you, and then what? And then the end shall come, right? And that's exactly what the brother is going into, man. The end days, the day of doom, right? But before the day of doom happens upon the face of the earth, before noonday strikes, this gospel has to be preached forth, and then the Lord is going to retract all that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that he is bringing forth upon the face of the earth via his servants, the prophets. Let me get one more precept, King. Right? It's the book of Amos. All right? Get this precept real quick. It's the book of Amos, chapter 3, right? The classic. In verse number 6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Right? So the Lord has revealed his secrets, the parables, the prophecies, the dark sayings, the similitudes. He's revealed these things unto those that are sincere in heart, right, and those that, he's raised up in these last days to minister unto the sheep. Right? Reading on verse 8. The lion hath roared, who will not fear? The Lord God has spoken, who can but prophesy? You see that? Right? And when you're prophesying, right, you're foretelling things that are soon to come upon the face of the earth. Right? Now, are you still prophesying when those things are happening upon the face of the earth? Was Noah still shaking his hand at the people, right, telling them to get right with the Most High when the flood started, right, when the heavens were open, right? Those things wasn't happening, right? Hey, Noah was building the ark, putting his brick in. The skies opened up, and Noah said, I washed my hands of the blood. That's Ezekiel 3:17, right? But you got it, King.
That's right, man. That's right. And you trying to be a reader, Salakia?
I don't got my apocrypha on me. Only, but
Okay.
I can read it on my phone if need be.
Okay, no, it's all good, King. It's all good.
I got you, Malak. It's all well.
Okay,
Let me pull it up. Second Esdras chapter 5, and we on verse 1 still.
Yeah, and then read that verse 1 again.
This second Esdras chapter 5 and verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
Right. And I want to touch on the way of truth being hidden one more time, right? Jump down to verse 9 for me, King.
This second Esdras chapter 5 and verse number 9. And salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself unto its secret chamber.
See that? And that's going into the same thing, man. Because the way of truth, that's going into the way of following the Most High God, right? Keeping the commandments, right? This wisdom, knowledge, understanding that's being distributed in these last days right now. You can read that in Revelation chapter 22. The living waters coming down from the heavens, right, upon the earth. You can read that in Ezekiel, the latter chapters of Ezekiel, going into the floods of waters, and the waters going up to the ankles and to the knees, like it says. That's going into the living water being distributed from the Most High God in these last days. That's why brothers coming out with prophecy, brothers going into the second Esdras 11, right, going into all these deep and end time breakdowns and eschatological precepts, right, with the wisdom and knowledge understanding of the Most High God, right? But it says, then shall wit hide itself. What is wit? Wit is talking about knowledge, being wise. It's going to hide itself, right? And understanding withdraw itself into a secret chamber. Meaning you're not going to be able to find understanding when all hell breaks loose. You're not going to be able to find it, right? But yeah, I just want to touch on that, one more time, man. But yeah, we can keep going unless you had a precept.
We can hop back into it.
Right.
This second Esdras chapter 5 and verse number 2. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago.
Right. So iniquity is going to be increased, man. Right. Just as much as righteousness is going to be increased in the righteous, right? Wickedness is going to be increased in the wicked, man. Right. And the Lord, he deals with the just balance. Proverbs 11:1. Right. But let's get the classic, right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So it's saying the same thing. Yahweh Shah is telling us that iniquity is going to abound, right? More and more. And the love of many is going to wax cold. That's why you had a shooting at a middle school in Albuquerque, right? Which is in, what the hell is in Albuquerque, man? Right? Damn, Breaking Bad. That's you know what I'm saying? But literally, you had a shooting there at the damn middle school, bro. I believe it was. You know what? What kind of evil person want to shoot up some damn middle schoolers, right? But hey, the love of humanity is going to wax cold, and that's iniquity abounding more and more. You got pedophilia being rampant. People trying to add the PN to the LBGT, bro. the damn alphabet, bro. Right? But you know they're trying to add the PN. You know, bestiality in certain states is just a slap on the wrist. They find you. You know, they're trying to in San Francisco, right? San Francisco, they just mandated the beast thing, like the brother said, right? The beast thing in your arm. If you want to go to the gym, that's iniquity abounding, right? More and more, right? But Khan, you got it, King.
Con, yeah, and like the brother said, Ecclesiastes 3:1, right? You got righteousness abounding, you got iniquity abounding, right?
Yes.
But on another note, is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, and verse number 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. You see that? So not only is knowledge on the right hand side pertaining to how to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, the proper steps that go into repentance, right? The spiritual sacrifices that are now being offered up within the spiritual house, right, of Yasharallah, right? Not only is the knowledge of those things increasing, but the Lord said also Ecclesiastes 3:1, false balances and abomination. So now you have knowledge on the left hand side increasing as well. You got new damn torment tactics, right? You got these damn kingdoms, you know, to say, right, coming up with all different types of damn war tactics and different weapons and weaponry to use, right? And I'm led to believe, man, they gonna cross all the lines when it comes down to warfare, right? They're not gonna play by the rules. They're not going to say, well, you know what? We can't use biological warfare, right? Hey, that's off the table. They're not going to say that in those days, right? All the things that they kind of cooking up in the lab right now, they getting it ready, right? Just for the time as iniquity is abounding. I got one more precept. This is the book of Revelation, the classic, right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse number 4. And it reads, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. You see that? Mm-hmm. So even the sins of Babylon the Great, right, they have to reach unto heaven. That means they have a limit, man. Did not the Lord say in Job chapter 14 and verse 5 that there is a time, right, that is upon this man that he cannot surpass, roughly paraphrasing, right? So, you know, it goes to say with the same thing, everything is done in measure. You can read about that also in the book of 2nd Esdras, right? Even the sins of Babylon the Great, they have a ceiling. And once they hit that ceiling, man, all hell is going to break loose, right? It's going to be destroyed. But you got it, King.
Khan, that's right, man. Beautiful points, man. Right? And then, yeah, I just want to touch on the verse 2. It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which thou now seest, or that thou hast heard long ago, man. Hey, they were doing some wicked stuff during Ezra's time, man. Right? That's why Israel went into captivity in the first place. They were doing some wicked stuff. You know, they were homosexuals during the time of Ezra. You know, pedophiles. Oh, you had all this stuff, right? But the Lord is telling Ezra, iniquity is going to be increased above that which thou now seest, or even before you have heard long ago. So what time is that talking about, man? It's talking about now, right? Literally, if the prophets were here, and they are, you know, on a spiritual level, right? If the prophets, literally were kind of teleported over here, they'll be plucking out their beards, man, right? Plucking out their beards, going on 3-day fast, man, right? Rebuking the people, you know, right? But kind of shalom martyr for Yahweh, that's brother Masha, man, right?
It's a lot to touch on that last point, man. Did not the Lord say in the book? Wait, is that 1 Peter 2:7? Let me get that precept. Right, It might be Second Peter. Bear with me.
About Lot.
Con.
Yeah, that's Second Peter.
Yeah, Second Peter chapter 2 and verse number 7. And it reads, and deliver just Lot, right? Vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, for that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds, man. So Lot, he was vexed every single day with their unlawful deeds back in Sodom and Gomorrah. The Lord just told Esdras, right, that the iniquity which shall be upon the face of the earth, right, it's going to be more than what you've seen and more than what you've heard about in times past. And if you didn't know, cast out the bag. That's the time period you're living in now. And it's only going to get worse, man.
Right.
But you got it, King.
That's right. And I had another precept on that too, man. Precept, right? Amos chapter 2, verse 7. Right? It says that pant after the dust of the earth on the head of the poor, and turn aside the way of the meek. And a man and his father will go in unto the same maid to profane my holy name. So they were even doing that back then, man. Right? A man and his father were going in on a sexual level, right? Onto the same girl, laying down with the same girl. That is profane, you know. That is evil. That's blasphemous right there, man. That's an abomination, right? The Lord literally spoke against that, man, in Leviticus, you know. And if they were doing that back then, you best believe they're doing it right now, man, right? But you know, it's madness, right? It's madness out here, bro. But yeah, we can keep going in that, man.
It's the book, the second Esdras chapter 5 and verse 3. And the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly.
Right. And so right now we see that the land has root right now. Right. We see that. You know, you got the stores, you got Walmart, you know what I'm saying, still up and running. You got different stores, people going to work, right? People just doing their daily lives. The land has root right now. But the Most High God is telling us that the land that we see to have root right now, we're going to see wasted suddenly. You know, like how they show you in the games and the movies. You know, before they used to remember, you know, everything was cool. Kids were playing. You know, people were driving in their cars, right? People going to the park and all this stuff. Everything was operating. And then all of a sudden they see it just wasted suddenly, right? Torn down. Now it looks like a wasteland, man. Right? Before it looked like paradise, now it looks like a wasteland, right? So that's what America is going to look like, literally, right? A wasteland. It's going to be wasted suddenly. And how? Hey, by that thermonuclear fire, right? Thermonuclear fire, the pestilence, everything, all the judgment that the Most High is going to bestow upon the face of this earth, right? But I got a precept real quick, right? Right, let's get it. Second Esdras chapter 16. All right. Second Esdras chapter 16. Right. Yeah, I'll read this. Second Esdras chapter 16 verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So you're going to see dead bodies laying on the ground, man. Right? Everywhere. Right? Everywhere you're going to see a man, you know, damn carcasses all throughout the city. You know what I'm saying? Of people, right? And let me jump down to verse 28. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rock. So in the whole city, let's say even in the whole city of Atlanta, right? There's only going to be 10 people left. That's a wasteland. That's a ghost town, bro. Right? Damn, Atlanta, it used to be popping off. People walking down the street doing stuff. Now it's 10 people in the city, bro. Right? But you know, you got it.
Hey, it's like, hey, Jake, there's no more riding scooters in Atlanta in that day now. Right? The scooters are going to be done away with. Right? A lot of you Jakes in Atlanta, y'all love the scooters, right? Y'all taking to go up to the damn BP, the damn racetrack over there by Georgia State. Brothers know what I'm talking about, right? In that day, you're going to be asked out, right? Precept.
That's right.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, and verse number 2. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, man. Right? So there's a time period where this nation, all its wickedness, all the evil that's been sown within this land, right? The iniquity that has shot forth through the soil, right? The damn sins, the violence, right? And all the fruit of the so-called white man and his counterparts that have been brought forth through the branch of wickedness, right? All these things, the Lord said that there's a time to pluck up that which is planted. When we read 2nd Esdras chapter 5 and 3, the Lord said, in the land that thou seest to have root, shalt thou see utterly wasted, roughly paraphrasing, huh?
Right.
And how are you going to see it wasted? Because it's going to get plucked right up out of the ground the exact way the Lord said it will happen. Right? But you got it, King.
Con, that's right. Good point, man. I got this in Isaiah 24 and 1, right? Classic. It says, behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty. So the earth is going to look empty, man. You're going to be running down the street, damn nobody, right? Nobody. You know? It's already like that sometimes over here, but, you know, the Lord is going to make the earth empty, man. It says, and maketh it waste, right? So he's going to make it waste. The prophets are saying the same thing. You know, you got brothers saying second nature is not part of the scriptures, right? He's saying the same thing. It's and maketh it waste and turneth it upside down and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof, you know? So the Lord's going to scatter the people and he's going to make the land waste, man. All right?
That's right.
Con, you got it, King.
Con. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 6. I have cut off the nations, their towers are desolate. I have made their streets waste, that none passeth by. Their cities are desolate, their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant, man. Right? And that's coming to a city near you. The Lord said their towers are going to be desolate. Right? The Lord said the streets are going to be wasted. Right? There's not going to be no man to be able to inhabit these things. Me and the brothers one Shabbat a while ago, we was walking through the city. We said, hey, man, hey, the earth is going to reclaim this land back. Huh? You see all these skyscrapers and these buildings and all this industrial, right, things and metal and all that. It's a damn concrete jungle, man. In that day, the Lord is going to allow the damn bushes to grow. Right? You're going to have damn trees, right, reclaiming the damn streets again. All these things are going to happen, man. Right?
Right.
And you, hey, if you're not careful, man, you're going to get jammed up in this thing. But you got it.
Con, that's right, man. You know, and that goes also into the wild beasts changing their places, you know. That's later in this chapter, in 2nd Esdras 5. You know, how the brother said the earth reclaiming is basically is land back, right? So, you know, the con, like, and I got this pulled up. This is literally from Fallout. They already told you, they already showed you, bro, what America's gonna be looking like. You know, and I kind of used to play this game too, right? And this is literally, you know, an accurate representation of what the earth or what America's gonna look like after the nukes, after the bombs, the ICBMs, right? That's DC right there. You know? But you literally, you know, it's going to be a wasteland. You know, that's what Ezra is talking about when he says that the Lord is going to make it waste. You know, it's going to look like this, right? The ash falling from the sky, right? The Lord making the skies dark by reason of smoke. You know, that's Malachi 4 and 1. Come. We got TAZAIYAR in here. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
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 Right. Yeah, we can go back to that 2nd Esdras 5.
The 2nd Esdras chapter 5 and verse number 4. But if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day.
Right. So it says, if the Most High grant thee to live, right? The Most High allows you to live after all that destruction, man. Imagine that, bro. Right? It says, if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet. What's the third trumpet? Let's bring that out, man. All right, let's go to Revelation chapter 8 and verse 10. All right. What third trumpet? That's why brothers got to go line upon line. You know, here a little, there a little. You can't understand if you just read Second Esdras just by itself, not linking it up with any precepts. You're not going to have the correct understanding. You're going to be like, what the hell is the third trumpet? Right? You're going to be like, what? What is he talking about? You got to go to Revelation. That's how the Lord works, man. Right? Let's go to Revelation chapter 8, verse 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven. This is not a literal star. Right? Don't be looking for a literal star in the sky coming down. Oh, a shooting star. No, it's not talking about a literal star. It's talking about a missile, ICBM, right? It says a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star that is called wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. You see that? So this third trumpet, right? Because you have 7 trumpets, right? You got 7 trumpets, but this third trumpet is going to unleash, or basically, unleash this ICBM. Or at the time of the third trumpet, this ICBM missile will be shot. You know, it's going to fall upon the third part of the waters. What does that mean? Upon the people, right? Because remember, waters are referred to as nations as well. That's Revelation 17:15, right? But it's literally, and the name of it is called wormwood. Why? Because wormwood in the ancient world was the most bitterest herb. All right, let's look that up real quick. All right, it's not going into worms. All right, earthworms. It says the common wormwood. All right. It says, so this plant is very, very famous because it's very bitter. Very bitter, man. You got wormwood, what is it? Horseradish. These are bitter herbs, So wormwood is one of the most bitterest herbs. That's why it's called wormwood. Don't be looking for a missile. It's titled wormwood. Oh, that's talk 8. You go into Revelation 8. That must be the third trumpet then, because literally that missile was called wormwood. It's not talking about an actual missile called wormwood. Wormwood just symbolic because of the bitterness and the death and destruction that this missile is going to cause, man. Because let's see how many people can die from ICBM. Let's see if they say it, man. Oh shoot. All right, a nuclear, bro. It says a nuclear holocaust, but we know that ICBM missile is pretty significant in its damage. It says the estimated number of deaths range from 13 to 34 million people, bro. Right? From a nuke. Right? Hey, let's get Slocky. Let me just get another precept, man. Right? Let's get this in Revelation 13, and I'm gonna give it to brothers. Right? Revelation 13 and verse, right? Let's get this in the book. Yeah, come. Revelation 13 and verse 13. And he doeth great wonders. Who's the he? Going into America, right? And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. That's going into the missiles. Because literally America dropped 2 nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945 to end World War II. And that's the fire coming down from heaven, right? America has shot hella missiles in these other places like Afghanistan, Iran, and all those places, huh? But and Slock, I just want to say in 2 Esdras 5, that third trumpet is talking about the third trumpet in Revelation chapter 8 and verse 10 on down. All right, so
I get a precept.
Come.
So, all right, it's the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, and verse 17, right? And thou hast removed my soul far from peace. I forgot prosperity, right? So if you read, Lamentations in general is, a sad book, and it's concerning sad things. But hey, this is a literal definition of wormwood, man. Like Jeremiah, he's called a reaping prophet for a reason. He wrote these epistles, in certain books where he just weeps, it does certain things, just show his lamentation, if you understand, right? In verse 18, and I said, my strength and my hope is perished from the Lord, remembering mine affliction and my misery, the wormwood and the gall. My soul has soul has them still in remembrance and still is humbled me. So this thing, this wormwood, this just to show you that it's something bad, man. People's gonna be remembering their family, for damn 10 years, sitting there crying every day, remembering somebody. Just that's wormwood. It's come to bring depression and sorrow in this, man. It's not come to bring prosperity and peace. That's all it's really going into. That missile, it's not no damn missile. It's not a regular missile. It's gonna be one that kills a lot of people. Family's gonna be sad. Roughly paraphrasing.
Come. All right. It's not going into an actual star too. All right. Because when you see a shooting missile, it looks like a shooting star, man. Okay, because John didn't know what the damn intercontinental ballistic missile is. All right. Remember, he wrote this in the 100th century slot, 100 AD, around 100 AD. Right. So there were no missiles back then. All right. There were no missiles. There wasn't even electricity. All right. So he didn't know what the missile was. So he had to describe it in his layman terms. Right. That star, like we said, is going into that. It's not your regular, your average missile. Come.
But you got to prove that. You got to prove that, man. All right. Hey, this the book. Let's go to the words of our Lord and Savior. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24. All right. In verse number 29, the Lord said, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the earth shall be shaken. Man. You see that? That's plain. The Lord said that the stars are going to fall from heaven. As the brother Yasharallah so eloquently broke down, right? These missiles coming from the heavens, they're going to appear as if they were shooting stars, right? You may see, all these, so-called shooting stars in the sky, right? And they going by, and they kind of, got the damn light on the back end of it. That's how it's going to look with these missiles, man, when they rain upon the face of the earth. All right, I got another precept. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 6, and verse number 13. And it reads, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken with the mighty wind. Right? What is the analogy that the Lord is referencing, comparing the untimely figs falling from a fig tree in comparison to the stars falling from heaven? Right? Because when that wind comes upon, man, hey, that fig, it doesn't kind of just drop and it kind of freezes in the middle of the air. It says, you know what? I want to go back up. Right? You know what? I want to be reattached to the tree. Right? No, man. Hey, when that damn fig falls from that tree, guess what? It's going straight down to the ground. And it's not wasting no time. It's going to be the same thing with these missiles. Right? At the sound of the third trumpet, when they come forth upon the face of the earth, leaving nothing but bitterness, death, and destruction upon the third part of men, right? Which is completion. But Khan,
That's right, man. I'm gonna just show a clip real quick. All right, I want to show a clip to show, right, that the missiles, or the missiles, yeah, when they're shot in the air, they literally look like shooting stars. That's why John, described it as so, like the brother said, right? So let me know if y'all can hear it.
Tonight in Tel Aviv, images that change everything in an escalation that has already spiraled so fast. Israel's missile defense systems lighting up the sky as they try to intercept.
You see that? Those look like stars in the sky, but they're not. They're missiles.
Incoming Hamas rockets. 130 of them were fired from Gaza in one barrage. Flights at the international airport were urgently suspended and diverted. Hamas said it was a specific target. And on the streets, injured Israelis, which, for Israel, will move this conflict onto a different level.
See that? So they literally look like shooting stars. But, you know, since John, you know, he was looking at it. Remember, this is an ancient man, right? Ancient man. So, you know, he described it as a star, all right? But yeah, we can keep on. Just want to, you know, and Shalom surfing the Most High, mighty brother from W5 Baltimore. Khan, you got it. You on mute though.
Right. Salaki, I have one more preset. Hold on.
Come.
All right, Salaki, quick. Right, this is Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 18. And my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation, in sure dwellings, and in quiet resting places. When it shall hail coming down on the forest, and the city shall be in a low place. So that's plain upon table. You know, the city's going to be in a low place. You know, not only, you know, because of missiles. You know, not everything, you know, is going to be destroyed. Not because everything's going to be destroyed. Not only because the family's going to be dying. Not only because you're going to be starving. Not only because your people going to be dying. You know, it's literally all those things combined, huh? You know, everybody's going to be in a low place, no matter who you are. You know, but it's written, you know, the elect is going to be in a peaceable place, huh? You know, we don't have to worry about that if we know we're right with the Lord, huh? You know, but everybody else is literally going to be in a very, very low place, you know, as it's written. Okay.
Right.
I got a precept on that, unless you got one, Ken.
No, you got it. You got it.
Khan, this is the book of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 2. And Yahushua answering said unto him, seest thou these great buildings? There shall not be left for one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And that's plain, man. You see, really everything in front of you, man, is vanity. Right? This laptop, this damn phone, all this is going to be burnt up, man, destroyed. Right? None of these things you taking with you to the kingdom, man. Right? Plain upon tables. Right? The Lord said that there shall not be one stone, right, that is not turned. But you got it.
That's right. Come on. Yeah, no, we can read that verse 4 for me again, King. In 2nd Esdras 5. Right.
It's 2nd Esdras chapter 5 and verse 4. But if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day.
Right. And it says, remember, right? Because we're going in depth, right? So it says, but if the Most High grant thee to live, it's up to the Most High, right? Whether he wants to grant you to live. Because Esau, he can throw as many missiles as he wants at you, man. Right? Esau, he can shoot a hell of amount of, he can shoot 1,000 bullets at YISHMAYAH. If the Most High doesn't want YISHMAYAH to die, bro, he's not going to die, right? He's going to kind of do the Matrix, man, right? Or something, right? It's going to deflect off of him, you know? If the Most High, right? Esau, you can drop down 10 nuclear bombs on TAZAIYAR GABAR. If the Most High doesn't want him to die and perish and burn up, he's not gonna die. So it's up to the Most High. It says, but if the Most High grant thee to live, right? So I got this precept in John 19, right? Give me a sec, right? Let's go to John, right? Let's go to John chapter 19 and verse 11, right? It says, I'm gonna start at 10. It says, then said Pilate unto him, speakest thou unto me? It's like, speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee and have power to release thee? So Pilate, you know, he was kind of proud, man. Right? He was saying, hey, why are you not speaking to me? You know, I can just lock you up right now. I can kill you right now. And I got power to release you if I want to. It's up to me. You know, little did he know it's up to the Most High God, right? Little did he know that it's really the Most High that ruleth in the kingdom of men. You know, that's Daniel 4:17, verse 11. John 19:11. Here's a point. Yahushua answered, "Thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above." See that? But straight like that. Straight like that. You don't have any power against us. Esau doesn't have any power against us unless it was given him from the Most High God himself. So that's why it says that the Most High grant thee to live. Even after all that destruction, even after all that damn missiles, right? Famine, pestilence, all that stuff, Most High still grants you to live, right? And I just want to touch real quick. It's like actually, your brother's got it. If you got a point, precept.
You got it, King.
Okay, Khan. Yeah, I just want to touch on the latter part of that verse real quick. That the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day. Brothers might hear that, think that's kind of weird. That's just talking about the hope, right? Our hope and prosperity, and our hope and faith in the Most High God is going to abound high, because even after all that, even after the third trumpet, and you still living, you still upon the earth. Hey, that hope and that faith is going to go higher, higher, and higher, man. Right? Because more than likely, you know the prophecies. Damn, I just survived the first trumpet, second trumpet, the third trumpet, man. You know, right? I just escaped the damn famines. I escaped the fifth seal. I escaped the sixth seal, right? And your faith gonna be like that, right? But Khan, you brothers got it.
No, that's a beautiful point, man. Beautiful point, right? Because Esau, man, his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is gonna be depleted, right? His sun, his moon, right? Those things are gonna halt. All right, real quick, let me get the book of Habakkuk, 3rd chapter. Go to the book of Habakkuk, chapter 3 and verse 11. I'll start at verse 10, right? This Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 10. The mountains saw thee, and they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by. The deep uttered his voice and lifted up his hands on high. The sun and moon stood still in their habitation. At the light of thine arrows, they went at the shining of thy glittering spear. You see that? So the Lord said that the sun and the moon, right, in their habitation, in the habitation of these damn devils, right, is going to stand still. It's going to hesitate. When you read Job chapter 18 and verse 5, right, it'll tell you that much more. Right, these things, man, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the so-called white man is going to be confounded in that day. Right, with those that trust in the Lord, those that believe on him and call upon the name of the Heavenly Father and the name of the only begotten Son. Yes, it matters what his name is. Right. Hey, guess what? Right. Your sun and your moon is going to shine thrice in a day.
Right.
But God.
You got points, TAZAIYAR?
Wow.
Okay, calm. Right? So yeah, we can keep going in that.
Khan, the second Esdras chapter 5 and 5. And blood shall drop out of wood, and the stone shall give his voice, and the people shall be troubled.
Right. And so on the grand scheme of things, that verse is just talking about all hell literally breaking loose upon the face of the earth. Right? Because I have heard different application of the scripture. This scripture is really threefold, fourfold, right? But I have heard that the blood dropping out of wood, right? Because we know that the wood you get wood from what? Trees, right? We know that men are referred to as trees, right? Plenty of times in the scripture, right? Psalms 92, right? Mark chapter 8, right? Matthew chapter 7, Matthew chapter 3, right? But the blood dropping out of the wood literally meant, hey, there's gonna be bloodshed upon the earth, man. A lot of blood, right? It's gonna be gushing. It's gonna be literally. You're gonna see. It's gonna be a everything thing. You know, an everyday thing. You're gonna see blood, bro. Right? You might see people. Hey, there might be a pestilence. People coughing out blood. Right? You know, in World War III, a lot of blood is gonna be shed. You know, hey, literally Isaiah 63. The Lord, what did the Lord say? Their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I'll stain all my raiment. So there's gonna be a lot of bloodshed in the time of the Lord's vengeance, man. Right? Don't think the Lord's just coming back and he giving out hugs, kisses, and flowers. Bringing over the little kids, come sit on my lap. Bring me a lamb. That's not how the Lord's coming back, bro. He said this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. So come.
Right. The second Esdras, chapter 5 and verse number 6. And even he shall rule whom they look not, for that dwell upon the earth, and the fowls shall take their flight away together.
Right. So, and even he shall rule whom they look not, for that dwell upon the earth. YISHMAYAH, man. Right? He's going to rule. He's going to be that terrible king. Let's get that in Job chapter. All right. Slug. Let's get this in Job, man. Forgot what this was exactly, though. Right? 18.
King of Terrors.
Yeah, Khan. It's 18, right?
Yeah, Khan.
Yeah, 18 and 14. Right. Let's go to Job chapter 18, verse 14. Right. It says, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Right. So, literally, they don't want YISHMAYAH to rule upon the earth, man. Even his own citizens hated him. That's Luke chapter 19. Right. Verse 14 on them. They didn't want YISHMAYAH to rule over them. Because he's the king of terrors, man. He's not a software. He's not your damn Joe Biden, man. Right? He's not your Donald Trump. He's the king of terrors, the king of kings, Lord of lords. Right? Con, brothers got it.
Con. Let me get another precept. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 2, and verse number 44. Right?
Right.
It reads, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. You see that? Right. So there's coming a time and a place in the season, man, where the righteous king is going to be set up over the world. Right. And he that is profitable to rule it is going to rule. Right. Let me find that precept in the book of Sirach. Right.
I think that's Sirach 10.
Yeah, that's Sirach 10. I'm here right now. What's the this Sirach chapter 10 and verse number 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people. Right. And the earth is ran by unwise kings, man. Again, Saturnalia. Hey, you got the damn, you know what they doing over there in the Vatican, right? All hell breaking loose, man. Right? You got the damn Pope sucking the blood of a damn infant's private parts, man.
Right.
This earth is wicked, right? An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. The Lord said it's only in due time. You can wait on it, right? All you got to do is be patient, right? And guess what? I'm going to set over the earth one that is profitable. And who is that? Hamashiach Yahushua via the 144, via the 1/3, right? That is going to rule the earth in nothing but righteousness. Right? That's right.
Right. It's like I just want to show this clip, bro. You got these unwise kings, man. You got right, hold on, man. Right. Hold on, bro. It's like, no, that's not my like, let me pull this up, bro. You got bro. What the hell? He got these what? So you see what Esau is doing, right? Fighting. Gotta get into He kind of getting hella close, you know. Right? You know. So this is the king over Babylon the Great right now. You know, he's really the so-called president. The modern day presidents, can be looked at as a king, right? But and really he doesn't call the shots. You have the 1%ers, the elites that actually the secret council, the wicked that actually call the shots. He's just a puppet, right? But he has a long history of kind of groping people, man. Kanye got a king.
And this is madness, man. This man is out of his wits. He's old as hell. He can't rule, right? This man, I dare not to repeat the things that this man has said, man. I want to, but I'm not gonna do it for the sake of the edification in the sheep, man. Right? This man needs to be booted, man. He needs to be put to death.
That's right.
But brothers got it, man.
Yeah, point TAZAIYAR.
Right, quick precept. All right. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, and verse 16. Right. He shall dwell on high, his place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks. Bread shall be given him, his water shall be sure. Thine eyes shall see thy king in his beauty. They shall behold the land that is very far off. Thine heart shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counteth the towers, man? And so everybody's gonna be like, where the hell is Esau at, man? Where's the person that made all these big ass towers, man? Where's the person that was raping this girl? And where's the person that was down? We're gonna really, remember them, man. We're gonna be like, what the hell happened to him? Right? Verse 19, thou shalt not see a fierce people, a people of a deeper speech than thou canst perceive, of a stammering tongue that thou canst not understand. So there's a damn language not gonna be higher than ours, man. We're not gonna understand any other language, man. Nobody else is gonna speak any other language other than the Hebrew, man. We're not. It's not gonna be, it's not gonna be profitable for them, to speak any other language, because ours is gonna just be better, just like that, right? Verse 20. Here's the point. Look upon Zion, the city of our solemn nights. Thine eyes shall see Jerusalem, a quiet habitation, a tabernacle that shall not be taken down. Not one of the stakes thereof shall ever be removed. Neither shall any of the cords thereof be broken. So it's plain. Just like how this city, you go down the street and see the ghettos, and that's just broken, man. And the damn buildings falling down for no reason in Babylon. Everywhere it's over with, man. They mechanics, just it's over in Babylon, man. No buildings falling down for nothing. Damn car breaking down. The shit they make is just it's losing style, man. You're not in the 1920s, when everything was peaches and damn cream, man.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, they not setting the damn apple pie on the windowsill no more. You got Esau. You go out into these cities, man. You see sometimes more damn bugged out Esau than you see Jake. You know, and it's all through Israel repenting, coming back to their Lord, coming back to their God, man. But this place, man, as the brother was saying, man, this place is finished, man.
Oh, bro. This place is finished,
man. You see some damn demons in Atlanta, man. Demons. They be all damn disfigured. Look like damn monsters, man. It look like monsters. But
place is off, bro.
That's right.
It's losing swagger, bro. It's losing the touch. Ain't got no salt.
The Lord says she's an old whore, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I believe what's that? Revelation 17. Lord called her an old whore. And an old whore, man, you only got so many damn go-to moves. Right? You're not in your bag. The Lord said in 2nd Esdras chapter 14, the world has lost her beauty. Right. But
Right, Salaki. Let me finish this real fast. Right, one more verse. Right, But there the glorious Lord will be unto us a place of broad rivers and streams, wherein shall go no valley or oars. It's like no galley or oars, neither shall gallant ship pass thereby. So there, it's not gonna be random things falling off the damn hedges, man. Break your car ain't gonna ever, your chariot ain't gonna mess up. It's not gonna have a damn spaz attack and damn crash into the ocean, man. Your damn woman ain't gonna be, tweaking with you. This place is off, man. It's finished, right? It's lucky. Right, verse 22. For the Lord is our judge, the Lord is our lawgiver, the Lord is our king. He will save us. That's plain and save us. He's gonna save us. He's the one that's gonna make everything straight, man. Because this place is crooked. Only the Lord can make straight which He has made crooked, man. It's not gonna stop in Babylon. Buildings gonna keep falling. People gonna keep jumping off the buildings, man. And your car, you're gonna keep messing up. You still gonna have to go get gas. You're still gonna go with these daily Babylon things, man. Why? Because it's not over yet. But no, we see it sooner. It's coming. That's why it's happening like this, man. It's losing swagger, man. Come on.
All right, that's right, man. Yeah, we can go back to that in 2nd Esdras 5 and 6, right?
God, it's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5 and verse 6. All right, and even he shall rule whom they look not, for that dwell upon the earth, and the fowls shall take their flight away together.
Right, the fowls is talking about the nations, right? They're going to take their flight together, right? They're going to try to flee, But and you know how it's the fowls, because you go to the book of Matthew, right? Let's get this, right? The kingdom, right? This precept, man. Okay, hold on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, right? This is how you know it's talking about the nations. Matthew chapter 13, verse 31. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field. So the kingdom of heaven, that's talking about us, the Israelites. Because the Lord said, don't look here or there, right? For the kingdom of God is within you. So we're the kingdom, man. Right? So we're the kingdom of heaven that's likened onto this mustard seed, this grain of mustard seed planted into the ground, right? And that's the Lord planting us into the ground. Verse 32, which indeed is the least of all seeds. So we're the least of all seeds, right? How? On the economic scale, right? We ain't got money, right? So-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we have the highest poverty rate, right? Highest incarceration rate. We're always the first fired, last hired. We're always despised in this society, being mocked at. We're the ones that have the most bywords and proverbs about us. People make fun of us all throughout the four corners of the earth. People see us in our astonished state, right? Pants down to our ankles, right? We're making music about killing each other. Nobody else does that, right? So literally, right? Literally, we're the least of all seeds. But at the same time, we're the greatest of all seeds, right? Well, actually, hey, TAZAIYAR, could you read for me Deuteronomy 7, right? In verse 7, right? It's a point I want to touch on real quick. Right, yeah, could you read that for me, King?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 7. Right? The Lord did not see his love upon you, nor chose you, because ye were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people.
You see that? For you were the fewest of all people. We literally were the fewest of all people, man. Right? We didn't have a high population coming out of Egypt, right? Even coming into Egypt, man. Right? It was only 70 souls. The other nations, they had more than that, right? By the thousands. But the Lord, he didn't choose them. He didn't choose the Egyptians. You saw how great their empire was. He didn't choose the Japhites, right? He didn't choose the Hamites, even though he didn't choose the Ishmaelites, even though there were 12 princes, right? Royalty. He chose the Israelites, even though we were few of all people, right? But let's keep going that Matthew chapter 13, right? The water king, right? Matthew 13:32, which indeed is the least of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof. You see that? The birds of the air are talking about the other nations, right? But guess what? They're not that tree though. That's the thing. They're going to come for us, or they're going to come to us, yeah, the other nations. But guess what? Who is that light? Who is giving them the supplements? That's us. You see that? They're not the tree though. They're going to have to eat the fruits of the tree, but they're not the tree. Right? So come. All right.
Con. We back in second Esdras 5.
Con, yeah, unless the brother had a precept point.
Nah.
The second Esdras chapter 5 and verse 7.
Right.
In the Sodomites, in the Sodomitish sea shall cast out fish and make a noise in the night, which many have not known, but they shall all hear the voice thereof.
Right. So the water, right? So the Sodomite sea, right? The sea is going into the other nations or the nations, right? Let's get this. Revelation 17:15. Right. Let's get this. Revelation 17 and verse 15. The sea is going into the other nations. Right. Revelation 17:15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. You see, because the whore, when you read this chapter, the whore was sitting upon the waters, right? Meaning America's on the top of all the other nations. So the waters is symbolic for the people, the nations, right? The heathen. So when it says the Sodomite sea, it's talking about the nations that all practice sodomy, you know. And Hamites, they before time, they were kind of rejecting sodomy. What is sodomy? Sodomy is all type of immoral fornication, right? Immoral sexual actions, right? So an example of sodomy is homosexuality, pedophilia, etc., fornication, right? So literally the Sodomite sea, what is that going into the nations that practice sodomy, right? They're going to be what, right? It says what? And the Sodomite sea shall cast out fish, meaning they're going to be casting out people, right? They're going to be destroyed, basically. Because when you cast a sea out of this, when you cast a fish out of the sea, what's going to happen? They're going to die, suffocate, right? On the damn ground, like that, because they don't have any water. All right, so hopefully that makes sense, man. So all these nations that practice sodomy, they're going to be destroyed, right? They're going to be destroyed. Brother's got a point on that? Precept? No. Right, gone. It says, and make a noise in the night. This is talking about the spiritual night. Can a brother get for me John 9 and verse 5, Baba Kasha? All right. What is that talking about? Make a noise in the night. All right, let's get that precept, man.
It's the book of John, chapter 9 and verse 5.
Look it up. As
long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world.
Mm-hmm.
When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground.
Slack. Read verse 4. Slack.
Come on. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work.
Right, so the night cometh when no man can work. That's the spiritual night. All hell breaking loose, World War III. That's a night when you can't work anymore, man. You can't read anymore, right? You can't fast like how you want to anymore, right? That's going into the spiritual night. It's the spiritual daytime right now, right? On another fold. It's night and it's also day at the same time, right? It's like calm, right? But it says it shall make a noise in the night, meaning you're going to hear the screams and the cries of the wicked, right? Where it says, which many have not known. It's going to be so tremendous, so loud, everybody going to be screaming at the top of their damn lungs in the day of the Lord, man. right? Can you bring out for me Baba Kashah, Zechariah, not Zechariah, Zephaniah 1, verse 14?
Come.
Come on. Get that Zechariah 1. Oh, no, Zephaniah 1 and 14.
Come. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, you said verse 13?
Yeah, come on, 14, come.
14, come. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near,
Mm-hmm.
and hastens greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
You see that? The mighty man, even the mighty man. The soldiers, kind of, Esau walking with his gun, right? He looking like, what's up, right? The mighty men, even the mighty men, they're going to be crying there bitterly, man. The top of their damn lungs, right? They're going to be like this, right? Like a damn woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get this in the book of Nahum. Even the mighty men are going to be crying there bitterly. Let's go to Nahum chapter 3, verse 13. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee, right, are women. So the Lord said the people in the midst of thee, in the midst of Nineveh, are women. And on a spiritual sense, that's going into because they acting like they're going to act like women, right? They're not going to be able to defend themselves in the day of trouble. They're going to be screaming at the top of their lungs when all hell breaks loose, etc., etc., etc. They're going to fall into the midst of this peril, right? So that's why the Lord said, "Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women." That's what the Lord is pronouncing to these nations. Because if you a sodomite and you a damn man, bro, you might as well be a woman, right? Because you talking about you're walking like this, bro, right? Kind of like this, right? You don't know how to you don't know how to build nothing, right? You don't know how to mow the lawn and do all this stuff that a man would do, right? But Khan, you got it, King.
I get a quick piece there. Right. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 1. Salaki. We just get Baruch chapter 3, and I'm going to read verse 24. O Israel, how great is the house of God, and how large is the place of his possession. Great, and has none end, high and unmeasurable. There were the giants, famous from the beginning, that were of so great stature and so expert in war. So, giants, just think about the giants. No, they wasn't down 20 feet, they was around, 10 to 15 feet. But hey, they're still great. They were strong. They knew war. So just think about them, right? In the last days. Well, the so-called Sudanese, all of the giants on earth right now, right? But in the last days, right, it reads, those did not the Lord choose, neither gave he the way of knowledge unto them, but they were destroyed because they had no wisdom and perished through their own foolishness, man. So the thing that has been is that what shall be. So they're going to be destroyed, man. The people that, think of themselves, they think all these damn guns they got, the Lord is going to destroy the people that think they have some type of chance in the last days, man. Because the Lord, he's choosing who makes it out of this thing, man. Now he's choosing the one who has food in his damn stomach. You don't have the choice, man, in these last days. You got to really make it out the mud. You really got to, have a spirit, for the Lord to even give you something, man. You got to be on his side. So don't think of yourself in these last days, bro. It's all of the Lord.
Calm, right? Yeah, calm. Could you get from me, brother, Jeremiah 14? Actually, let's get 1 Samuel 5 and 18.
Calm.
Right? Yeah, let's get that. Just touching on the cry, right? It says, "And the sodomy of the sea shall cast out fish," meaning the nations that practice sodomy, right? They're going to be cast out. They're going to be destroyed. And make a noise in the night, right? A noise in that night. That night is talking about all hell breaking loose. And the noise is talking about them screaming, right? By reason of the destruction, right? Which many have not known, but they shall all hear the voice thereof. Meaning it's going to be so powerful. You're going to be like, damn, what the hell is that? Right? The people that's alive. But Bring that out, King Babakasha.
Come, you said 1 Samuel 5 and what?
And 18, I believe. All right, let me look at it. 1 Samuel 5. Oh, 1 Samuel 5 and 12.
Come. Right. 1 Samuel 5 and verse 12. And the men that died not were smitten with the emeralds, and the cry of the city went up to heaven.
You see that? You see that? The cry of the city went up to heaven. Imagine that, bruh. Imagine that. Right? Goddamn, thousands of people screaming. You know? That's gonna be crazy, bruh. So these nations that practice, sodomy and stuff, and they're gonna be cast out. You're gonna hear the screams and the cries of the wicked, you know. And then Jeremiah 14:2 says that the cry of Jerusalem have gone up, you know. So, come. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I get one more precept.
Yeah, you got it.
Come. All right, it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 31 and verse 8. Come. Then shall the Assyrian fall with the sword, not of a mighty man, and the sword, not of a mean man, shall devour him. But he shall flee from the sword, and his young men shall be discomfited, man. So just think you mighty in those days, man. The Lord is really gonna turn you away in this thing, man. Just think you have some type of strength, some type of leisure, some type of power with a damn gun or a sword. The Lord, He's gonna turn you into a damn, a cat if you got ears to hear, man. All right, verse 9. And he shall pass over to his stronghold for fear, and his princes shall be afraid of the ensign. Right? So, hey, just think of damn Joe Biden running to the damn to the elites and say, what the hell is happening? He's gonna run to them with fear in the last days, man. Literally, right? And his princes shall be afraid of the ensign, says the Lord, whose fire is in Zion and its furnace in Jerusalem, man. So it's gonna be wild for these other people, man. They're gonna be literally in fear, crying, man. It's gonna be crazy for them, man.
Right.
They have no reason not to be, type of happy, to feel safe. They're literally gonna feel in danger, man. They're gonna cry, like the brother's going to answer.
That's right. I'm not sure where YISHMAYAH went, but want to continue in that, King? 2 Esdras 5.
Come.
Oh,
the second. Come. You still in 2 Esdras 5?
Yeah, 2 Esdras 5 and verse 8.
Come. In 2 Esdras chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be often sent out again. And the wild beasts shall change her places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
You see that? There's the water. It says there shall be a confusion also in many places, right? So there's gonna be confusion everywhere, bro. People not knowing what to do, right? People not knowing what their next meal is gonna be, right? Jake, you already know what you know. Well, right now, I'm not sure, but Jake, he get a meal at damn 2 a.m. right? Pull up at the damn Taco Bell 2 a.m. right? Yeah, let me get a damn Dorito. I don't know. I don't order at Taco Bell, but let me get damn 5 tacos, bro. Right? It's damn 2 o'clock in the damn morning, bro. But Jake, he would do that now. In the days of all hell breaking loose, it's gonna be famine, it's gonna be pestilence, a new world order, right? All hell literally just breaking loose. People running this way, people running that way, people, going into the damn Walmarts and taking everything. Confusion in many places, and this is the land of confusion right here. Babylon the Great, man. Babylon literally means confusion, but it says there shall be a confusion also in many places. In the fire, it's like a brother's got a point on that, the confusion. Right? It says, and the fire shall be off sent out again. That's all in the world right now. We have fires in Greece, fires in Siberia. That's Russia, right? That's near the North Pole, man. The fire's gonna be off sent out again. You have fires. You got the Dixie Fire in California. Well, California always on fire, but it's. I'm just saying, right? You got fires in damn, all throughout the world. You know, the fire's gonna be off sent out again. That's also going into the nuclear missiles as well. The missiles, right? Because that's gonna be bring fire upon the earth. Right? Let's get that in the book of Isaiah 9:5.
I was there through the spirit again.
Oh, I don't know, crazy.
Right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Damn. So every battle of the warrior back in, the ancient times, it was with, confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Grabbing people up, stabbing them, right? Chopping heads off. People come with the horses, the cavalry, chopping the horses' legs off, and just all hell breaking loose, But now the modern wars, as you start to progress more and more, and knowledge being increased on the left-hand side, now they can just push a button and boom, 13 million people dead. Boom, your whole damn squad, bruh, dead because they just sent in the drone, right? Boom, your whole damn village got bombed. Why? Because they got this damn, these bombers up in the sky. So Esau, he's going to get crazy with this technology. All right. He's been crazy with this technology too. Okay. So that's what that's going into, the fire being off sent out again. Wildfires, missiles, ICBMs. Okay. Because with fire also comes what? Smoke. You can't try to be around some smoke, man. You're not going to last long. Your lungs going to be puffed up with smoke, bro. You can't see. Eyes is damaged. Khan, you got it, King.
Wow. I got preset.
Oh, come, right? It says, and the fire shall be off sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places. So the wild beasts, they're going to change their places. And that's on a literal level too, right? A literal level. Because literally during quarantine, right, you had beasts because, the people were inside. You had the beasts actually coming back to claim their land, so-called, right? Their own habitation. They're going back to their own habitation. You had monkeys come out, bruh, into the streets. You had bears come out in Russia to the streets. Like, damn, okay. Esau's gone. Let's go. Let's go, bruh. The damn people, they're gone. Let's go. But it says what? And the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. Just talking about just evil men, right? Evil woman. Now, that's what that's going into. Women bringing forth evil children, man. Right? Let's get that in the book of Sirach, chapter 16. Because women, children can be evil too. Spirits can hop on children, bro. Nobody is exempt, Sirach chapter 16, verse 1. Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons. So you can have an ungodly son, bro. It's a wicked son, man. Like Samuel's sons. Samuel's own sons were wicked, bro. Taking gifts, lying down with the women that were at the temple. That's evil, bro. So you don't want to you don't want unprofitable children. You don't want children that's just going to be wicked and evil, not keeping the commandments. The Lord said in Ephesians 6:1, children, obey your parents in the Lord, right? Or your father and your mother in the Lord, for this is right. Khan, you got it, King, if you had a point. Come on. Oh, so right. But yeah, we can go back, we can go back into that.
The second Esdras, chapter 5, and I'll read verse 8 one more time. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the
Right.
fire shall be often sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and monstrous women shall bring forth monsters,
Right.
and salt waters shall be found in the sweet,
Mhm.
and all heirs where Slacky, all friends shall destroy one another. Them shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber.
You see that? So the salt waters being found in the sweet, I've heard that this scripture is also twofold as well. But salt waters, because now, what is the salt water? The sweet waters is the days of myrrh, right? That's what the sweet waters are. People, they're drinking sweet waters right now on a spiritual level, because this is the days of Noah right here. That's Luke chapter 17, right? Verse 30, slot 38 on down, right? These are the days of Noah. People are eating, drinking, marrying, right? Let's get that precept real quick. For Luke chapter 17. Luke chapter 17. Oh, it's a lot. It's Luke chapter 17, verse 28. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. Right? But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. So this is the days of Lot, the days of Noah right here, right? And people are eating, drinking, giving in marriage, right? People are just doing whatever, right? They're in the days of myrrh. But the Lord, He's going to put an end to all that. And now the salt waters, they're going to come. Sweet water, it's you just drinking sweet water. You're drinking damn coconut water. You're drinking some juice. That stuff, it goes down pretty quickly. But imagine you getting a whole bottle of water and you just filling it up with salt all the way, like this high. It's just full of salt. Try drinking that, bro. You're not gonna last. That's the salt water. The salt water is going into the affliction because the Lord is about to end all this stuff. NBA finals, people worried about the Olympics, people worried about the new movies that's coming out, the new games that's coming out, people worried about the PS5. They're worried about, damn, we gotta get ready for track season, bro. We should talk about track season, bro. We gotta get ready. We gotta start thinking about Thanksgiving and Halloween, and we gotta start doing. Oh yeah, we're gonna get the kids for Christmas. You think about Christmas? This damn August, bro. So the Lord is gonna put an end to all that, and the salt waters are gonna come. The affliction. That's in Jeremiah chapter 16. Go to Jeremiah 16 and verse 8. Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting. This is the Lord talking to Jeremiah. To sit with them to eat and drink and to drink. You see that? So, hey, Jeremiah, he had no fun, bro. He couldn't sit up with the people that was eating and drinking, having a good time. He had to be secluded somewhere. Jeremiah was going through it, bro. But that's the days of you have the days of myrrh, and you also have the days of destruction and woe and anguish, and that's the salt waters that's going to be found in the sweet. Con, you got it. Brothers at the point precept. Con, right? It says, and salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. So all friends, they're going to destroy one another, right? The person that you thought was your neighbor, your friend, he's going to turn his back on you, bro. Right? Yeah, your next door neighbor that gives you sugar when you need it, that gives you food, that gives you damn presents, that neighbor, yeah, hey, he's not going to be your friend in that day, bro. He's going to be knocking on your door. He'll be like, oh, it's damn Johnny from next door. What's up? Did you hear on the news and all this stuff? They're about to what? Shut down the stuff, right? They about to institute martial law. What is this talking about? Right? Guess what? Damn, your next door neighbor, he's gonna open the he's gonna break open the door. He's be like, hey, give me your food, man. Hand it over. Don't make me ask twice. Because guess what? You got kids, you gotta feed them. And he knows that you have food. Right? So literally, friends, they're gonna destroy one another, man. Right? And it's gonna be all hell breaking loose. I got precept. Let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 6. 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse number 24. At that time shall friends fight one another shall fight one against another like enemies. So it's saying the same thing. Friends are going to fight one another against another like enemies, right? And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still. So the springs of the fountains is going into the knowledge and wisdom understanding. It's going to stand still in that day. Okay? Meaning there's not going to be any knowledge being distributed throughout the four corners of the earth, right? Like it is right now. You watching this live stream right now, that lets you know that this prophecy hasn't come into fruition yet. Because it says that the springs of the fountain shall stand still. It's coming out right now. The fountains of waters. You can literally hit up TAZAIYAR and he's going to issue those waters out to you, bro. You can hit up YISHMAYAH, you can hit up me, any other brother, bro, that has the water, like it says, John chapter 7, verse 38, shall flow rivers of living water. So that living water is being issued right now. But there's going to come a time when the waters is going to stop. There's going to be a spiritual drought out here. That's Amos 8:11. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. That's not a literal 3. That 3 is a number of completion. Right? That's Matthew 18 and 23, right? And as well as 2nd Esdras chapter 13 and verse 7. All right. Come.
Quick precept on what you just said, right?
Got it.
So like, this is the book of Nahum, chapter 1, and read verse 4. Right? He rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry, and drieth up all the rivers. Bashan languishes, and Carmel and the flower of Lebanon languishes. Right? So that the Lord, he's really just flexing his muscle, man. He could literally do that, of course, but hey, on a spiritual level, man, he could literally hold up the waters, man. You won't have to teach this word, man. That's literally the Lord. That's when he holds up the waters, man. No damn YouTube down. That's him holding the waters, if you guys see it. Right? So like I had another precept, right? It's the book of Micah, chapter 7 and verse 4. The best of them is a briar, the most upright is sharper than a thorn hedge. The day of thy watchman, thy visitation cometh. Now shall be their perplexity. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a God. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. Right, so it's playing upon tables. Even in the last days, man, you ain't gonna have no damn neighbor friends. You ain't gonna be able to go across the street and get some damn sugar like the brother's saying, man. You ain't gonna be able to go to the park, meet up with your friends. There ain't gonna be no place to meet up in these last days, man. That
Right.
there ain't gonna be no bug out location, man.
Right.
So I have one more precept, right, in the book of Isaiah. All right, kind of lost it. Isaiah chapter 9. So Isaiah 7 and verse 22. Right, the classic. And it shall come to pass for the abundance of milk that they shall give, he shall eat butter. For butter and honey shall everyone eat that is left in the land. All right, so hey, the thing that is been is that what shall be. We don't know what's the modern day, in this context, we don't know what's the modern day milk. It could be a damn piece of bread, some damn Wonder Bread. It be some damn Wonder Bread, man, that everybody gonna be eating on. Find a little stash or something, man. It's like for the abundance of a damn turkey. It's gonna be a damn piece of bread in these last days, right? That is what it's saying. In verse 20, I'll read verse 23. And it shall come to pass in that day that every place shall be where there were 1,000 vines at 1,000 silverlings, it shall even be for briars and thorns, man. So they gonna be on that, man. You know, that place that you damn your grandma's house, you know, that has some damn vines, that old ass house, man, some grapevines in it, man. That thing's gonna be dispersed. You know, it's gonna be gone. Right? Verse 24, here's the point. With arrows and with bows shall men come thither, because all the land shall become briars and thorns, man. So everybody's gonna literally be hunters, man. Hunting for food, man. That's why you can't in the last days you're not gonna be able to trust in a friend, man. You're not gonna be able to trust in the damn Jake in the road that you used to mess with for some damn food. You know, you ain't gonna be trusting in nobody because they gonna be literally on the same time you on, but on a worse level, huh? Trying to rob you, huh? You know. Come on.
Yeah, that's right, man. You know, let's get this in the second Ezra chapter 15. So we're going in depth, man. All right, through the spirit of how YISHMAYAH. You know, like why they keep, you know, why you guys going into second Ezra 5? Why aren't you guys talking about Judith? You know, why aren't you guys talking about the new game that's coming out, the new Battlefield, right? Why aren't you guys talking about that? We're not going to be talking about the new Battlefield, bro. Not, God forbid we ever make a live stream going into the new Battlefield that's coming out. That's folly, bro. Okay, so the brothers, you know, we're pulling precepts. We're going slow. We're taking our time. Why? Because we want to get that understanding. Okay, we're doing this for the men that and the women are, of course, too, that want to get into these prophecies and understand what's going to happen upon the earth. You know, Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. So one people is going to come up to another people, and they're going to fight each other with swords in their hands. And these could be friends. They could have been friends before. And when the race wars happens, you're going to have these friends, these fake friends, you know, Esau and Jacob. And, you know, Esau is going to go Esau and Jacob is going to go Jacob. And when they see each other in that battle, they see each other, right? They're going to fight against each other, right? Even though they might have been friends back then when everything was fine and dandy, you know. It says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right. I'm gonna go down to verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So the Lord said that men are going to be destroying each other. Why? For the lack of bread. It's not just talking about bread, right? It's not just talking about the bread, like the brother said, the Wonder Bread. You know, the bread that you take, you know, you put some cheese on it, some turkey, right? Put some lettuce, some tomatoes, and you know, put the bread on top, right? It's not talking about that. Bread is going into any type of food. For the lack of food, people are going to be invading one another, right? People are going to be invading one another, fighting against each other, just for literally, it could be literally a piece of bread, right? Literally, you know, when your ribs start touching and you start getting hungry, you're gonna do anything to get some food in your stomach, man. Even if it means fighting against your best friend and taking it away from you, and taking that food away from you, you know. So it's gonna get serious. That's what brothers and sisters we have to understand that it's going to get serious, right? It says, what? You know, that's it on that, right? That's it on that. Right. I'm gonna go to Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 19 real quick, right? Second Ezra 16 and 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a moment. So, you know, we have to be ready for that, man. Famine, pestilence, all these plagues, they're sent as scourges for a moment. What is a scourge? A scourge is a whip. It's a type of punishment. All right, a scourge, a whip. They scourged Yahweh Shah. They scourged Peter. Right? So it's a type of punishment, man. And pestilence and famine is going to be sent to the earth as a way of the Most High scourging people, as a way of the Most High punishing people. Because the Most High, he ain't going to come down from his throne, right? All right, this giant man, like just coming down, right? And damn hand coming down from the sky, right? It's a giant whip. It's like, and this giant whip just whips the earth, right? People trying to run from the whip, you know, taking up people, bro. You know, or he's going to send down the angels, and then the angels come start whipping everybody. I mean, he could do that, but then again, he didn't say that he would do such a thing, right? He said he would rather send down the famine, the plague, the pestilence as a way of metaphorically scourging people. All right. Yeah, point precept up.
Come on, like real fast precept. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 40 and verse 6, right? A little or nothing is his rest, and afterward he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch, troubled in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped of a battle. When all is safe, he awaketh and marveleth that the fear was nothing. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scores. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. So just like the brother just said, you know, the Most High, he's not going to literally come down here and punish the world, you know, have his angels, you know, beat your ass with a damn whip, you know. It's not going to happen. You know, he literally does things to the whole earth. You know, send death angels out, man. Some damn famine, you know. Then run out of damn water, man. Turn the water into blood. You know, these things literally happen, man. You know, then it's sevenfold upon sinners, as is written. You know, come on.
That's right. Come on. We can go back to that second Esdras 9. I mean, 5 and 9. Let's read that one more time.
I can read it.
Come on, you got it.
Come on. It's a lot good. Damn. Second Ezra chapter 5 and verse 9. And salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber.
Right, and we kind of touched on that before. Understanding withdrawing itself, right? It's just meaning that, you know, you're not going to find the truth in those days, right? You're not going to find the truth. You're not going to be able to go to the, you know, can't pull up to TAZAIYAR's house and then try to, you know, ring the doorbell. Hey, TAZAIYAR, he might not be there, bro. Right. You're not going to have time to break down the whole damn second Esdras 5 against you. You already did the video, bro. You should have watched it. You know? You're not going to have time for that, bro. People going to be looking for him. All right? I'm not going to have time to break down damn Deuteronomy 28, the whole chapter to you, bro. I'm trying to explain how you an Israelite. I already been telling you 3 times. You should have listened. You know? That's in Matthew chapter 25. Right? You should have listened to Naquam. You should have listened to all these mighty men teaching, right? They were trying to warn your ass, right? You didn't want to listen.
Verse 10. And shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontentiousness, what does that say?
Incontinency, I believe.
Be multiplied upon the earth.
Right, so and shall be sought of many and yet not be found. Hey, brother, bring out for me Amos 8 and 11. Class, man. I believe it starts at verse 10. Or I believe it's Amos 8 and 11 here.
Look at Amos. Chapter 8. You want me to start at verse 10 or 11?
Yeah, 11. Come on.
Come. Behold, the days come, says the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
So there's going to be a famine of the word, right? Keep going.
And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall return to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
And shall not find it. You see that? You're going to be looking for the word, man. Looking for the breakdowns. Looking for the scriptures, man. Right? Where is the Bible? Where is the Bible at? That's the only way I can be saved, right? Bro, you know damn well you had a Bible in your house. It was rusting away. You know, kind of lost it because you never read it, right? You know, you had a Bible, bro. You didn't even know what version it was. You didn't even know what version it was. It was in your house. You had plenty of chances to read it. Now you're trying to read it when everything starts, you know, all the end of the world coming, you know. Oh, where's my Bible at? Oh, damn, what the Hebrew Israelites, what are they called again? Trying to look it up on YouTube and the internet's down. Damn it. Right? You try to, I know. They'd be around that corner. They'd be around the damn, the gas station. They'd be around the, let me try to pull up over there. Let's see, let's see if they be out there, bro. They're not going to be out there. Right? So there's going to be a famine in the word in which they're going to start burning up the Bibles. You can read that in the First Maccabees, I believe chapter 1, right? Or Salah. I forgot what chapter that was, but you can literally read that in First Maccabees, where the other nations were burning up our books and burning up the books of the law. So we're not going to have our scriptures. We're not going to have the understand or Salah. We're not going to have YouTube, Google, We're not going to have our note. You're probably not going to have your notes, your Bible. That's the famine of the word right there.
You want me to keep reading?
Yeah, Slok. Let me just get that one precept in First Maccabees. And then we can and then I want to touch on real quick. Yeah, it is First Maccabees 1. Right, let's go to First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 56. And when they had rent in pieces the books of the law which they found, they burnt them with fire. You see that? So they rent in pieces the books of the law. Imagine that, bro. If I had a beard, I would pluck out my beard, right? Somebody start ripping up the damn Bible, bro, right? Start ripping up my damn 1611. I start plucking out my beard, bro. That's crazy. It says when they had rent in pieces the books of the law, which they found, they burnt them with fire. So they ripped it up, threw it in the fire, bro. That's what they might do to our scriptures too. Literally, they've been talking about confiscating our Bibles, confiscating the guns in the Bibles. So kind of let me, keep going. Verse it says, the book of the law, or if any consented to the law, the king's commandment was that they should be put to death. You see that? If the king caught anybody keeping the commandments, you're gonna be put to death, bro. What you doing? You keeping the Sabbath, right? Hey, put his ass to death, bro. That's gonna come back. That's a lot. Let's go back to the 2 Esdras 5 and 10. And shall be sought of many and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon earth. I want to touch on incontinence real quick. Okay. Incontinence. Watch this. All right. Watch this right here. Okay. Incontinency. So this is incontinence, right?
Incontinence.
Definition of incontinence: lack of voluntary control over urination or defecation. That's not what we want. Second definition: lack of self-restraint. You see that? So incontinence is a lack of self-restraint, right? The lack of self-restraint. So it's it's really going into or when you go into this word incontinency, right? It says unable to contain or retain, usually followed by of, incontinent of temper, lacking in moderation or self-control, especially of sexual desire, unceasing or unrestrained, and incontinent flow of talk. So incontinency is going into the lack of moderation or self-control. So what does that mean? That goes into a lot of folds. Incontinent of temper. People are going to be outrageous, right? They're going to do according to their heart's desire. When they get mad, they're going to get mad and nothing is going to stop them, right? They're going to do what they want to do, right? Lacking in moderation or self-control, especially sexual desire. What does that mean? That means that there's going to be, men, they're going to have their way with women, right? That's what's going to happen when all hell breaks loose, man. Right? That is unrighteous, yes, but literally, that's what the Lord said. Right? So people, they're not going to hold themselves back no more. Right? The brothers Naquan says that too. Men, they're not going to hold themselves back anymore. They're going to have their way with it, and that's why it's especially important for, a woman, especially a Zion, to get, to have a head, because, like how the scriptures say, the man, he's going to be a covering from the wind, right? And that's why it says in Isaiah 4:1, the scriptures that the sisters hate, not all sisters, but they don't want to read it. It says 7 women shall take hold of one man, right? Let's get that precept, Isaiah chapter 25 verse 7. And he will destroy in his mountain or slot. That's not what I wanted, right? You had a point though, King?
I'll give you the precept real fast. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 32 and verse 2. And the man shall be as in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Right? So that's plain. In those days, they ain't gonna have no choice but to, come to a man, of understanding. Literally, bro. They have to cleave, man. They have to.
Right. Right. Because they know that the men of the Lord, they're going to be entitled. They're going to know how to operate in those days, right? The men of the Lord. They're not going to be, cleaving onto these jakes out here. They got the pants to their ankles, talking, just all talking, no damn doing, right? And they don't even know how to conduct themselves. These women, they're not going to cleave to that man, that kind of man, Let's go to Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. See that? So, brothers may not like that. Sisters may not like that, but that's verses in there. You can't take a damn white out. And I don't like that precept. You blotted it out. That's off, bro. Can't blot out that preset. It's there. You gotta deal with it. But anyways, right, 7 women is going to take hold of one man. And it's up to that man whether or not you want to take her in. She gonna be like, because they're gonna be messed up, bro. These women, they're gonna be messed up. They haven't ate, they haven't drank anything, they don't have makeup. It's not gonna be mascara, all this the puffy stuff, right? All this eyeliner and the fake eyelashes, fake toenails and nails and stuff. All that's gonna be done away with when all hell breaks loose. The power goes out, electricity, World War III comes into fruition, all this stuff, martial law, all that's going to be done away with. So it's up to that man, that righteous man, whether or not he wants to take those 7 women in. He can or he cannot. Right? It's up to him. But that's going to be happening, man. Right? Because men, they're going to be out there like animals, like beasts. Right? In the days of anarchy. Okay, because in the days of anarchy, there's not going to be any government. Right now, you have this kind of pseudo government, right? But in the days of all hell breaking loose, there's not going to be any government. It's not going to be a police 911. Help, they trying to invade my house. You trying to break in my house. Y'all live on 275 Rodwood Way. Come quickly. No, it's not going to be any 911. Right? But come. But yeah, we're going back to that second Esdras 5:10. And then we're gonna stop at verse 13. Right?
Come.
Just read 10 again, Baba Shah.
Come. Looks like Ezra chapter 5 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and in continuancy be multiplied upon the earth.
Right?
One land also shall ask another and say, is righteousness that maketh the man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say no.
Right. So they're gonna be like, hey, did the prophet come through here? Have y'all seen people with fringes and have y'all seen the righteous? You know? Have you seen commandment keepers? You know, the people with the damn, they got the thing around their head. No, you haven't seen that? Right? That's what they're gonna be saying. Is righteousness that maketh the man righteous gone through thee? And they shall say, no, I haven't. Right? I don't know. Not over here. Right? We don't know nobody that keep the commandments. Right? But that's kind of plain, right?
Come. Verse 12. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper.
Right. So, America's going down. All this society is going to go down. They're not going to know what to do. That goes into the sun and the moon being darkened. Like the Lord said. I believe that's I'm just getting one precept from that, right? If I can find this, it's Isaiah 30. Right? Wait, hold on. Let's go to Isaiah 13. Then. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse number 10. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. See that? So wisdom, the Esau's of wisdom, knowledge, understanding is going to be put out. Right? So that's why they're going to try to labor, but it's going to be in vain because they're not going to know what to do. They're not going to know how to move.
I had a quick precept as well. All right, if you were done.
Yeah.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 24. All right, again, say not, I have enough and possess many things. And what evil can come to me hereafter? In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. In the day of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity. Right? I don't know why this just came to my head, but imagine, damn Jake, damn 5 years of tribulation. It's been 5 years since Jacob's server broke out. It's just regular Jake. He found let's say he found a room full of food, man. Just a big ass room full of canned beans, damn bread, probably not even molded bread, But hey, he's gonna forget, his affliction, man. He's gonna forget all the things that he went through and think he's safe and stable, man. But the Lord, he just take that away in a snap, man. You get robbed, in his sleep. How the damn food crash and get robbed. That's gonna happen in those days, man. Literally. Right? Come on.
That's right, man. Yeah, we can keep going into verse 13. Right?
To sow these such tokens I have leave. And if thou wilt pray again and weep as now, and fast 7 days, thou shalt hear yet greater things.
See that? Fast 7 days, man. Right? That's crazy. Yeah. Brothers can bring out their closing precepts. So that's second Esdras 5, the prophecy thereof. We're not gonna go through the whole chapter because that's a lot, right? But yeah, Lord willing, that was edifying. We're gonna bring our closing precepts now.
You already got yours. You get it. I'm try to get mine fast. Second piece.
All right, come. All right. All right, let's go to let's bring out the classic Revelation 3 and 2. BY.
I got mine if you want me to bring it up.
Okay. Okay, Con, you got yours then.
If you wanted to, find another one, that was what you was aiming for.
Con, you got it.
Con.
Yeah, let me try to find that. Yeah.
All right. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, and verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God? Right. So we gotta, we literally have judgment coming for us, man. Rather it's right when Jacob's trouble come, your whole family literally dies to the ICBMs. This we got to really put these things in perspective because literally every day, it's literally getting closer and closer, man. Literally, bro. We tell y'all this every time, man. It's getting closer and closer and closer, bro. Every second, it's reeling in, right? Verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear, man? So where are they gonna be at, man? Now who's gonna stand, in judgment, man? Nobody, man.
Nobody.
We gonna be judged as well. If you got your seat. Verse 19. Wherefore, let them that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of their souls to Him in well doing, as unto a faithful Creator, man. So we got to keep our souls to the Most High, man. Look what He's doing, man. Look what He's doing to this world for us. All because we, listen to Him for once, man. Look what He's doing, man. Turning the road upside down for His children. So let's keep, keep enduring and keep having the same faith that we have forever, man. Just, push towards the end.
Right. The precepts. Right. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3, and verse number 16. It says, then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another. So we got to be speaking to one another, man. If we fear the Lord, right? Brothers have to hit up other brothers, Sisters hit up other sisters. Talk to your people. Talk to the like-minded people, man. That's in this truth. That fear the Most High God. Spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it, right? And a book of remembrance was written before Him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon His name, man. YISHMAYAH, bro. All right. Con, man. So the Lord literally has a book of remembrance of all those that fear the Most High God and that think upon His holy name, And we think upon the name of the Lord. We pray that we're written in this book, man. We pray that we're written in the book of life and our name is not blotted out, We pray that, man. We hope that. All right. Verse 17, and they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts. So the Lord said, they shall be mine, right? In that day when I make up my jewels. In the Hebrew is going into special treasure. The Lord called you special treasure, man. Jewels, man. Jewelry, man. You see this? Right, Jake, Jake loves his jewelry, bro. Always got on damn 2 chain, 3 chains, right? He got on the rings. And the Lord, He's going to be flexing us like how Jake flexes his jewelry, bro. Right? In that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. You see that? So the Most High God, Lord willing, He's going to spare us how His own father would spare His son, man. Right? YISHMAYAH. Right? And just to close out the general precept, Revelation 3 and 3. Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee. YISHMAYAH. Come with that. Lord willing, is edifying 2nd Esdras chapter 5, going into the prophecies and breakdowns, right? Lord, again, Lord willing, this was edifying. This brother Yasha
It's my here live.
I'm not sure.
All right, your brother TAZAIYAR GABAR.
Come back, y'all. Yet another video through the Spirit and Pod. YAHBAYAH Shema Masata Bashar. Carl Lime, Shabbat Shalom, Kwame Yasha Allah, Shalom. Your brother, your brother Dez, all the way through, man. All praise to the Most High God.
All
Shalom.
praise.